Oh, I think my mic is on. Hi, hey Eric, hey Avery. I'm just getting ready here. Oh, let me turn my camera on. I think I'm ready. Do. Hey. Okay. Good to see you. Welcome to the 6 o'clock show. Hey Eric and hello Avery. Good to see you both. Eric, I was really happy to hear about the news about the trip coming up. I'm really excited for it, so that should be fun. Kyle, how's it going? How you doing? Not gonna do a lot of music today, but I am open to requests. Whoa, a whole bunch of people here already so fast. Kyle and Patrick and Megan. Well, as I normally do, I'm used to just being here by myself at the beginning. So I usually just start with a song. So I was thinking of this song. I think I can shut this thing off. There we go. All right. I'm just going to start with a song that I was thinking of. Rode a crowded old highway, heading north back to Boston. On a Greyhound bus with strangers, at every stop the faces change. And the states all look the same, and all the same signs with different names. And I'm headed back home, where I always begin. Well, your mind can't help but wander, but you're headed home too. Of all the things still to say, to show you're not the same old you. And it's been this way before, and every stop seems just like the one before. And I'm headed back to Boston, where I always begin. I wonder who'll be standing there, watching and waiting at the station for me. Those of you who have gone, may you bless the places that I may never see. There's something about your family help ease the things gone wrong. And good friends at home waiting, who missed you while you're gone. And the sky is turning blue, just like Miss Nature, like she never knew that I simply didn't make it, coming back to try again. I wonder who remember me, who I was, who I wanted to be. Those of you who have dreams, may you find traces that I may never see. Well, there's something about your hometown. There ain't no place like Boston. Well, it's not too big and it's not too loud. It's just a place to get lost in. And this bus is winding down, just to head for someone else's town. But I'm standing here back home, where I always begin. Oh yes, I'm standing back in Boston, where I always begin. That's a song I wrote called Back to Boston. I wrote it when I was getting out of the Army, and I was coming back to Boston. I felt like a failure. But my friends and family welcomed me back. But I was really beating myself up at the time. I'm going to share some of my writing from my book tonight. I've been doing a lot of writing, so I thought I'd share some of it tonight. Just want to relax a little bit because I just got finished writing some of it, and so I thought a couple songs would help me do that. I was hoping I had a guitar pick here. I knew I just bought a whole bunch of guitar picks, but I think I just picked them all up off the floor. Oh, no. Yeah, here's one. I don't know if I want to use a guitar pick. I don't know. Let's try it without a guitar pick. Everybody's talking at me. Can't hear a word they say. Only the echoes of my mind. People stopping and staring. I can't see their faces, only the shadows of their eyes. I'm going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain. Going where the weather suits my clothes. over the ocean like a stone. Oh, 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 hey, I'm going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain. Going where the weather suits my clothes. Backing off of the northeast wind, sailing on summer breeze, skipping over the ocean like a stone. Everybody's talking at me, can't hear a word they say, only the echoes of my mind. If you've never heard the original version of that song, check it out, because everybody's talking about Harry Nilsson, because you're really missing out. The original version is much different than the version that I do. But at the end, he does this great vocal thing where he's like, that I don't normally do because I get nervous to do, but it's I won't let you leave my love behind. No, I won't let you leave. No, I won't let you leave my love behind. But you need a big breath to hit those notes. That made me feel good though. It's been a heavy day. Jim, how you doing? I'm glad you got your art. Jim can officially say he received his art from me, so I am an official business. And I hope you enjoyed the extra piece that I added there of the semicolons. I'm just working on a new semicolon series. And so that would be part of it. And so you would have the first piece of it, I guess. That's one of my very early semicolons. So if you have any requests, I got this guitar tuner. That way, if Helen was here and she was playing along, she'd be in tune with me. I went and got a battery for this. There is nothing in my head today, nothing awful there to ponder or confuse me. So go ahead with what you have to say. And I will listen as I listen to the news. You know the whole truth there is horrible. It's better if you take a little at a time. Too much and you are not portable. Not enough and you'll be making happy rhymes. You might like the gypsy life, judge your progress by the phases of the moon. Get your compass and your sharpest knife, 'cause people love you when they know you're leaving soon. Soon. If you choose to settle in one place, maybe harder over the ones you love. Like a tree without the growing space, it may be harder over. Oops, let me try that again. I messed that up. If you choose to settle in one place, it may be harder over on the ones you love. Like a tree without the growing space, you will be taking from below and from above. And you might like gypsy life, judge your progress by the phases of the moon. Get your compass and your sharpest knife, 'cause people love you when they know you're leaving soon. Soon. There's nothing in my head today, and I'll cross the river, people, as I cross my heart. And the pigeon bridges are a place to stay. I will go under as I try to do my part. And you might like gypsy life, judge your progress by the phases of the moon. And get your compass and your sharpest knife, 'cause people love you when they know you're leaving soon. Soon. Ooh, just thinking of songs. Let me take a look at the chat. I haven't really looked at the chat. Avery, howdy. Eric, Kyle, hey Kyle. Thanks again for the strings and the breakfast. Patrick, good to see you. Happy Tuesday. Megan, hey. Nice to take a break from Duolingo. That's funny. Jim, hey, yeah, I'm glad you got your art. Yes, you're my first collector. Actually, I have some other pieces around the country that people have bought, but I think you're my first semicolon. First person to have one of my semicolons. So, and I'll be coming out with a lot more. Happy to take requests. There is a request list on my Patreon, which is totes free. I also have my songbook here. And then I'm just kind of looking through, seeing if there's anything that really kind of crosses my mind to play. And why don't I break out this other guitar? I don't think this is in the right key, so why don't I just take a moment to tune it up in case someone wants to play along with me later, which seems to be happening. And I really like that. I would love to hear someone doing a cover version of one of my songs. That would just blow my mind. It's pretty good if I had this tune by ear and everything was just a little flat. And I think Helen told me that the other day. I asked her how my tuning was, and she said I was a little flat. But how do I make my coffee? Do I have a grinder? I do not have a grinder. I just make it, with one of those filters in a 12-pot cup coffee maker. And then I have a filter I put in, and I put a couple scoops of the ground coffee in, and I pour in the water, and it makes the coffee. That's how I make coffee. I don't know if that's what you asked for. Oh, yes, in our waltz. Kyle, that's one of my favorite songs to play. It's difficult, but it's a favorite of mine. At the time, I always try to write my songs a little bit above my level. And so I wrote this song, I don't know, Eric's here. When did you get married, Eric? I wrote it around when you got married. And I was inspired by your wedding to write it. But it had to be more than 20 years ago. And I was doing a lot of, and so it was challenging for me to do. So I know if I write a song with something that's hard to do in it, I'll do it a lot. I'll practice it because it's in the song that I have to play. 2002. So that's when I wrote this song, 2002. That's it's 25 years ago almost. May our days always be filled with the magic of this night. You seem to glow, and my heart feels light as I hold you in our walls. All I can see is you. You're a light as in time we sway. When you look into my eyes, I pray that you never turn away. May our days always be filled with the magic of this night. You seem to glow, and my heart feels light as I hold you in our walls. And on this night, the ballroom is full. It's just you and I on the dance floor. We are waves gliding across the shore as you hold me in our walls. And that's all I've asked for, just to be the one you've chosen And I just one wish to be granted, it would be that this dance would never end. May our days always be filled with the magic of this night. They seem to glow, and my heart feels light as I hold you in our walls. They seem to glow, and my heart feels light as I hold you in our walls. What? Megan just bought one of my art pieces. My art pieces. AH pieces. AHG. Art. Crazy. Crazy. You're buying my art. I'm gonna have a lot more art pieces coming up. I have this thing where I'm doing an art for hour a day. And with my new drafting table. I bought a new drafting table. And actually, you all bought me a new drafting table, all my Patreons. That's what I've been saving up for a couple months and got a nice, sturdy, hard, big, bulky, wooden, old-fashioned drafting table, brand new. I had to put it all together with nuts and bolts and screws, and it turns and everything. And I have a T-square. And if you watch my vlog, you can see it on my vlog. I think it's on the last vlog that I did. Took me like a week to set it up because I wasn't feeling well. I just thought of a song. I don't know if I remember all the words. And I need a sip of my drink. I was thinking of sharing some of my writing tonight from my book. I did some really difficult writing. It took me a week and a half to write just these 4 pages, figure out how to write it. And I kind of finished this section of the book tonight and was looking to share it. And my therapist actually said it would be good for my perfectionism to share it with my audience because you all are very welcoming to my imperfections. Where do you find my art to buy? At artpal.com/KevGmore. This is a song I have in my head. I don't know what key to play it in. Oh, actually, I had a different song in my head. When I initially picked up the guitar, this is the song I had in my head. I see that as soon as I said artpal.com/KevGmore, 3 people left the live stream. I hope they're going to artpal.com. You could just open another tab. This goes out to Megan. He lives on Winter in Washington, outside Macy's and Filey. City benches become his bed, vacant doorways in the rain. And at sunrise, the officers come by, send him on his way. To walk his route for change and food, from the commons to the back bay. And in his mind he visits better times. He hums a song to take him there. Childhood dreams and random fantasies, the memories of those who once cared. His dad and mom, siblings moved on. He once fathered a son. And of all the things he's had in life, he still longs for just that one. And I've seen you passed by me before. And in your eyes, they were quick to ignore. Were you afraid that I would start talking? Please, could you spare some change? 'Cause I live here at downtown crossing, wishing the world would go away. Days go by, becoming months and years. So little has become routine, remaining friends that only he can see. And they pass the time riding trains. Days grow longer till they never end, when there is nowhere to go. And when there's nothing but a hollow glance, there's so little left to know. And I've seen you passed by me before. In your eyes, they were quick to ignore. Were you afraid that I would start talking? Please, could you spare some change? 'Cause I live here at downtown crossing, wishing the world would go away. He lives on Winter in Washington, outside Macy's and Firene. I've been listening to a lot of classical music that has these long, drawn-out endings where they keep going, bum, bum. And I've been doing it more in my music. I don't mean to make you cry, Megan. I just thought I would play it for you. I know that's one that you like. Looking forward to hearing more from my book. Okay. I was going to do another song, and then I'll read a bit from my book. Let me take a sip of coffee here. Cheers. Oh, an update. I'm going to be having t-shirts available. that say Kev G Moore with a semicolon, and it won't be in the description. But you can go to, right now they only come in maroon. That's the thing. So don't order any, because in a couple days they'll be available in all sorts of colors. But I just was trying to get them up there and on the internet. And so there's 2 t-shirts and a hat available. And it says Kev G Moore. One of them says Coffee and Comedy. And but they're only available in maroon. If you wait, then they'll be available in more colors. I just need a few days. But it's kevgmoreshop.com. So pretty simple. I haven't put it in the descriptions yet, but it's Kev G Moore Shop. So tell me what you think of the logo. It's like a signature, and then it has a semicolon, and it kind of makes it look like a landscape picture, because I think the sunrise, to me, looks like a semicolon. So I kind of wanted to make it look like a sunrise and a semicolon. So here's another song I'm going to throw at you. Hey, Patrick, good to see you. That doesn't sound good. That sounds better. Okay, this is a song I wrote, let's see, probably also in the 2000, before 2010, probably in the single digits 2000s. This string is out of tune. Yeah. I knew that the last song that the string was a little flat, but I left it that way because I thought it sounded gave it a little more oomph. So this is a song called What If. Let me know what you think. It's not on, I don't think it's on my album. What if she just let him go? Never spoke of him again. Let him fade like a memory. Hope that time would heal all things. Put him away in a secret place, somewhere deep within her heart. He'd be one of so many things she had to let go to make a start. What if she just let him go? Never felt that way again. Years go by and they pass so fast. Slowly it may be without him, and after time maybe she won't recall the way he looked into her eyes, the sound he made when he called her name, and what he said in his goodbye. There are so many roads that she's had to run, with all these twists and turns, things left undone. And there are so many things she's had to overcome. And through all this time, it's still easier said than done. What if she just let him go? Maybe he'd find someone new, someone who'll make him happier. He said, I'm happiest when I'm with you. One day when her plans are done and all she's left to do is live, what if he's not there to hold her close? Someone less is there instead. And there are so many roads that she's had to run, with all these twists and turns, things left undone. And there are so many things she's had to overcome. And through all this time, it's still easier said than done. It's still easier said than done. My ADD has been very active today, so it's taken a lot of energy to concentrate on a full song. And often when I'm playing, I get ready to go to the next chord and I get a squirrel, and I forget what the next chord is, and I have to fudge my way to the next and figure out where I am in the song while I'm singing the song. So ADD can be kind of tricky with that. It's strange. They just upped my meds, and they seem to be working less. So I'm thinking maybe go back to the way it was. But I thought I would share some of my writing. I've been writing a lot, and the other day on a live, I shared, if you watch one of my previous lives, I shared my author's note, which talks about kind of why I'm writing the book. Recently, when I went to my writing retreat, I went to Newburyport and I stayed at an inn. Thanks to the wonderful GoFundMe that you all helped out with, I was able to really go, and it wasn't just about paying for a hotel room for the night and transportation. It was about kind of not having to worry about dinners and the outside world for a while, and just lock myself in a room, get room service, go to a restaurant, come back. And I don't have money to do those things. So, hey, Helen, good to see you. Helen, you'll be happy to know I got a battery for my guitar tuner. So I just previously, when I was doing music, it actually is in tune, so I'm not flat anymore. But I just finished playing music, and I'm talking about the book a little bit. But you did inspire me to get that battery. I know it took a while. I actually had it and didn't realize I had it. So yeah, I was thanking people for helping me out with the GoFundMe. I was able to go away for probably my first vacation in forever that I can remember, and it really wasn't a vacation. I was crying most of the time. Whenever I sit down to write this book, I'm crying, but they are good tears. They are. I was going through therapy today. In my therapy, we talk a lot about the book, and this week, I talked about it in my last live. How No, I didn't talk about it. I talked about it in my vlog because I'm vlogging this week. You know what we should do? We should check in with the vlog. Y'all want to say hi to the vlog? Because I'm vlogging this week. I forgot to tell the vlog, hey, Patrick Cook started following me on Facebook. I mean, on Instagram. Thanks, Patrick. I just got a notification. All right, let's check in with the vlog. Hi, vlog. So I'm here live. We have Jim Bloggins, Megan, Kyle, Avery, Patrick, who just followed me on Instagram, and I've been doing some music, and now I'm going to read some from the book. And so, hi, people. This is weird. I have two different things going. Okay. I'll check in with you later, and I'll get back to the vlog. I mean, back to the thing. So my therapist wanted me to do was find positive things about the process of writing my book, because it's been very hard writing my book. And so I really couldn't think of anything positive. And he, through talking for 50 minute hour, I was able to find four things that that's positive thing about the process of me writing this book. The first one is discipline. I'm always trying to be more disciplined. The person that I want to be is more disciplined, and I'm more disciplined now than I used to be. So it's a process. But this is teaching me some extra discipline where I don't want to sit down and do it, but I do it anyways. And it's really easy does it, but do it, where I don't even want to start it. I want to run away from writing the book, and I want to avoid it as much as possible. And it takes discipline to set aside. I've been setting aside minimum of 1 hour a day sitting and writing, and it's very difficult to start. My brain just riles against it because I'm writing about some hard stuff. But I sit, and like today I did it, yesterday I did it, and so I'm every time I win that battle of, do I want to sit and write for an hour, or do I want to lay in bed and curl up in bed? Whenever I win that battle, I gain a little more discipline. So I find that something that I'm gaining out of writing this book. And hopefully I will gain enough discipline to write another book. I'm crying a lot, but it's a good crying. I'm crying about things I didn't get a chance. I might cry when I'm talking about it, to be honest, but I'm crying about things that I didn't get the opportunity to cry about when they happened and back in the day. And as you'll read from my book, there was a great cost to, actually, you'll learn about it today when I read. That's part of my book. But there were some dire consequences to showing feelings, and so I'm getting to cry about those things that I didn't get to cry about back in the day. Oh my God, I have the notification. Patrick Cook pledged on Patreon. You're so wonderful, Patrick. I don't know if you know this, but if you're on my Patreon, at the end of each vlog, I show a little scrolling list of all my Patreons. Patreon is where that's where all that money goes towards doing YouTubey stuff. Anyways, so crying. I'm getting to cry about the stuff I didn't get to cry about and express. Also, and the third thing is, I'm getting to voice all the thoughts I had back then when I had to remain silent, and bad things were happening to me, and I get to put my voice in there, and y- y- that feels good. It's um, that's just something good that I'm getting. It's a little different than crying about it. Sometimes I think about the kid that I'm writing about as if he's different than me, and I feel so bad that I cry about it, and then I got to remember that was me, and then fourth is I'm improving in my reading, my writing, my speaking, and which I'm happy about. I'm reading more. I'm doing an hour of reading a day just to improve my writing and my speaking. And I read out loud every day for an hour. I read out loud. That way, I can be a better speaker, have better diction, and I can write better. You can write better if you read. I've been told that a million times. And I struggle with imposter syndrome when it comes to writing because I dropped out of high school. Um, I got my diploma by way of GED, and I never really passed English courses. And I did a little college, but I didn't do English courses. And so I often feel like, who am I to write a book? But on the other hand, I read a lot, I write a lot, and I interact and work with writers who tell me that I'm good at writing. So it's I have all these conflicting thoughts, about my writing. So just doing the process of writing the book is making me a better writer. I've been taking classes on how to write stories, how to write memoirs, and things like that. So not just sitting and writing a book. There's a lot more to it that I've been doing. So with that, I'm going to take a sip of my drink, and then I will let me bring up my file that I'm going to read to you. I need to get glasses. All right. My coffee is low. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing okay? Are you okay for me reading this and everything? Thank you, Helen. Thank you so much, Patrick, too. Yeah, I really appreciate your support. I was talking to my therapist today, and my brain gives me lots of evidence that the things that I'm doing are wrong and I shouldn't be doing them. And or just not worthy of attention or worthy of anything, And my brain kind of beats me up about that a lot. And my therapist asked me, well, what kind of messages are you getting of the opposite? And I said, every day I get messages in my comments. The first thing I do, I wake up, I have my coffee, and I see these wonderful comments of people who are, like you said, they like the positivity, and they're proud of me for just doing this, and which is, I don't mean to minimize what I'm doing, but I feel like I would be doing it anyways. um, so um, I get a lot of positivity and positive reinforcement from this community. And I remember years ago saying, when I first started YouTube, and I was telling my friends, I hope it turns into some sort of community, and not just kevgmoore.com type thing, but a community of people who are supportive of each other. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to read from. Let me. What do I want? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to read from what I wrote today. Now, when I was 13, um, I went to my first locked psychiatric hospital in 1987, in the fall of 87, and spent 6 months there. And then I went to another hospital after that. But this is just me writing about my time in a locked children's psychiatric unit. I should say that the things that happened back then do not happen today. Um, Psychiatric hospitals are a lot different than they were back in the 80s. Thank goodness. So here we go. This is called Unit K. The first time we drove up to the hospital, it was quiet in the car. No music, no conversation, just the sounds of tires humming against the road. I stared out the window, watching the trees blur past. Early fall in '87, when the New Hampshire woods were lit up in red and gold. The beauty didn't touch me. I was scared, anxious. I didn't know what was waiting for me. The hospital was tucked away in a small town, hidden at the end of a long, winding driveway through the woods. It looked more like a ski lodge than a psych ward, with stone walls, wooden beams, the kind of place that might serve hot chocolate by a fire. Instead, a nurse greeted us and led my parents and me through a series of locked doors. Each one clicked shut behind us, sealing us deeper in. At the final door, the sign read, Unit K. The K is for kids, the nurse said far too cheerfully. There were no kids. They're at school right now, but they'll be back soon, she explained. The first thing they asked me to do was pee in a cup with a strange man watching to make sure I didn't cheat. That's how it started. Hello, welcome, let this guy watch you pee. After that humiliation, we sat in a small conference room waiting for a doctor. She came in with a file folder, short black hair that swept over one eye, in a warm, careful voice. Hi, Kevin. Can you tell me about your grandmother? My eyes exploded with tears. I fell apart. No one really talked about Nana. I cried at her wake when they closed the casket. She had died a couple years before, and I had been stuffing it down ever since. But I thought about her all the time. She made me feel grounded. She gave me hugs. She paid attention to me, good attention. She was wise and magical. She felt like a protector. After that, I stuffed it all in. I didn't cry again. Not until that moment in that chair. My parents looked surprised. The doctor wasn't. She said some kind words and offered tissues. Then she led me into the unit and sat me at a round table covered in paper, crayons, and colored pencils. If you like, you can draw. The kids will be back from school shortly. Sure enough, minutes later, the back door opened and 6 kids came in, laughing and joking. I didn't know we were expected to go to school while we were here. That was disappointing. I thought this might be a vacation from that. I sat drawing, awkward and anxious. A girl came over and plopped onto a chair across from me. Hi, I'm Janet, she said, grabbing crayons. We started drawing together, and then the boy at another table asked if we wanted to join their game of Uno. Janet and I joined Brian and Melissa. They played their own chaotic version called Speed Uno. No turns, just throw down if it matches. It was fast, wild, and surprisingly fun. Brian was a year older than me, with long, dirty blonde hair. He was chill, kind, easy to like. Melissa was my age, blonde, attractive, friendly. They were dating. Dating? In here? Unit K had 12 beds, but it wasn't full. Brian quickly became a close friend. We both played a little guitar. We liked the same music. We did the same substances, although Brian was a calmer soul. I had explosive energy and anger. Brian gave me some advice that has rung through my ears throughout my entire adventure. This is where you're at. The only thing you can do is make the best of it, he said. I tried. I learned. My roommate was Jose. Stocky, muscular, always threatening. He told me regularly that he would beat me in my sleep. Staff kept our door open and sat outside at night. Jose had rage, but we knew it came from somewhere real. Abuse, family shit. Everyone on Unit K had a breaking point. Jose's came after a family visit. Even the toughest broke down and cried here. I didn't cry. I didn't show anger either. I learned early that feelings got punished. You swear, time out. You protest, padded room. You explode, tackled by 5 staff and strapped down in a 5-point restraints. Being strapped down is like dying. It's not like wrestling. It's not even just being pinned. It's the full surrender of control of your body, your voice, your will. The moment it happened, it was as if the world disappeared, and all that was left was the sound of your own heartbeat thudding in terror. I remember the wild panic in my chest, the screaming inside my head that never made it out, the hot tears pouring down my face as I tried to break free, or at least be heard. But there was no room for that. No one was listening. Just pressure, just silence in return. You feel rage, fear, and helplessness so total it swallows you. It doesn't feel like you're being calmed. It feels like you're being punished. It feels like being erased. Even now, when I think about that small version of me strapped to a table in terror more than once, I cry hard tears. It was traumatizing, dehumanizing. It taught me to hide, to shut it all down. I learned quickly that if I wanted to survive, I had to bury every real feeling and disappear behind a mask. That's when I started perfecting my mask. I began studying other kids' faces, their timing, their smiles, their reactions. I practiced just showing enough to blend in, never too much. It became crucial to my survival. I even stopped showing joy. Brian and I often joked that if you hold in bad feelings, they grow. Perhaps if we hold in the good feelings, they'd grow too. Each day I walked across the parking lot to a stone cottage-looking building. That was school. One room, one teacher. She didn't teach. She just helped us with the homework that was sent from our schools. We started each day by writing in blue journals. I learned quickly that if you write something real like, "I'm sad and angry today," the counselors would swarm you with concern. So you'll likely have an extra counselor following you. So I wrote, "I'm fine and sleepy." We all did. It became a quiet game with each of us planning different versions of the same thing. "I'm fine, a little tired," or "just sleepy today," or "feeling okay, just groggy." We rehearsed them like lines in a play. It was safer that way. Brian, Janet, and Melissa and I became a little crew. We'd hang by the back door in a short hallway. The staff could see us, but they let us stay there. We spent hours daydreaming about escaping. Brian told me about kids who had tried and failed. Still, we made our plans. Then came the family meetings. Everyone dreaded them. They were emotional landmines. Afterwards, kids would spiral and get sent to timeout, the padded room, or worse. My meetings usually included my mom, my dad, one or two of my siblings, and my therapist. Most of the sessions turned into my therapist telling my parents what they were doing wrong. I felt bad for them. There were a lot of tears. I felt guilty for being different. The therapist meant well while trying to say, "This kid needs extra help," but it made me feel like a burden. And there was Debbie. She arrived the same way I had, quietly, while the rest of us were at school. I spotted her sitting alone at a round table, drawing. I walked over and sat with her. "Hi, I'm Kevin. What happened to your wrists?" She looked up and calmly said she had tried to kill herself. Cut both wrists. Now she had stitches. I wasn't expecting that answer, but we kept talking, drawing, and sharing. Over the next couple months, Debbie became incredibly important to me. My first experience with truly caring for someone. We exchanged drawings, stories, trauma. We survived together. Back on Unit K, time dragged. 6 months in, my insurance was running out. I was called into a therapy session and asked how I felt about going home. I had to weigh my options, return to a place where I felt isolated, misunderstood, and unsafe, where no one really knew how to help me, or stay in a facility that strapped me down, locked me in rooms, and muted every emotion I had. I chose the trauma of Unit K. I chose it because at least here the pain was visible. At least here I wasn't pretending to be okay in a house that didn't have the knowledge or resources to understand me. The idea of going home felt like giving up on the only thin thread of survival I had left. So I spoke my truth. I said, "If you send me home, I'll definitely kill myself. It's just a matter of when." And that was the most honest thing I had said in months. So they made a plan. I was accepted into a group home called COP, which stood for Community Orientation Program. But there was a 6-month wait. In the meantime, I was transferred to a different hospital in Massachusetts. It was cheaper. It was also mixed ages, adults and kids, locked together in the same unit. So that's my chapter about Unit K. I hope you enjoy it. I think I want to finish with a song to kind of get my mood back up. I just don't know what song to finish with. Thank you all for listening. I really appreciate it. It's difficult for me to share this because I'm such kind of I have this thing that like a perfectionist thing with my writing. So I really appreciate you all listening and supporting. I'm gonna pick up the guitar now. I have all these unseen notifications. I just don't want to miss anything that I might need to see. It might be someone saying, "Hey, we can't hear you. Your mic is muted." I don't know. I think I want to play this guitar. Let me just scroll over here. And I kind of want to just play a happy song. Thank you so much, Kyle. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm glad to know that they no longer use, in most hospitals, at least in Massachusetts, they don't use 5-point restraints. So they don't strap kids to tables anymore. They might do it for adults, but they don't do it to kids anymore. Thank you, Jim. Jim, do you go by Jim or Tim? She got a bird on a whistle. Baby got a bird, honey got a bird to sing. Baby got a bird, honey, got a bird will sing. Yeah, without my corner, sure don't mean a natural thing. Yeah. But have mercy, baby, you're my high, I love you, mama, oh my high, I love you so. Baby, you're my high, I love you, mama, oh my high, I love you so. Got a rainbow around your shoulder, shine like silver, baby, look like Klondike gold. Yeah, baby, look like Klondike gold. I love to love you, baby, you're my high, I love you, mama, oh my high, I love you so. Baby, you're my high, I love you, mama, oh my high, I love you so. Wouldn't trade your love for money, baby, you're my warm heart, honey, you're my warm heart flame. Yeah, baby, you're my warm heart flame. Hey, they got a bird on a whistle, baby, got a bird, honey, got a bird to sing. Baby, got a bird, honey, got a bird to sing. Yeah, without my corner, sure don't mean a natural thing. Sure don't mean a natural thing. Yeah. This one goes out to Avery, because I should practice it. Okay, Jim, sounds good. Here we go. This one I always could use a little practice on. Oh, both these roads in worn-out shoes, carry my load without nothing to lose. Long forgotten miles, juryless trials, wore away and weathered my blues. Now I've got nothing left but dreaming to do. All these dreams I do deceive, they were born to me while I was lost at sea. And I hold no shame for what became. I've got no dangers worrying me. Still I push on like nothing's wrong, 'cause I've got dreaming to do. Say where I am and where I've been. I've been in love and I've been in sin, but these eyes are wise enough to find dreams again. Hard living follows behind, keep stepping time to my state of mind, marking the call of any dream at all, seeking to break me, make me fall. Still I push on like nothing's wrong, 'cause I've got dreaming to do. I hold no shame for what became. I've got no chains holding me. Still I push on like nothing's wrong. 'Cause I've got dreaming to do. I got some dreaming to do. Me and no comment too. Got some dreaming to do. I'm glad that you like that song, Avery. Someone else mentioned, I think it was Maya mentioned that I think when asked what video, if you were going to point someone to my channel, like to a Kev G Moore video for first viewing of, they said I've Got Dreaming to Do would be the video. And I really like, it's hard to play. It's got a lot of crazy jazz chords in it, but it's fun to play. Nice. You ever go down Mobile, Texas line? You ever go down Mobile, Texas line? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know I want to ask you, have you seen that gal of mine? Rode the Central Boys now, rode the LNA. Rode the Central Boys, rode the LNA. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the Alabama women that look like section men. I just broke my fingernail in a really painful spot. Don't you cry, baby. Your daddy gone away. I can't use that finger. Don't you cry, mama. Your daddy gone away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know I had to leave, but you know I will go home someday. Ah, my fingernail. That, well, I think I just fixed it, but I see a request there. Love the train songs. I really love a good train song. That's kind of a mixture of several train songs. It's a little Jesus Just Left Chicago by ZZ Top, and a little old train song, and it's a little of this and a little of that. A little bit of this and a little bit of that, and a little bit of this. Oh, don't worry about my finger, Jim, because corner colonic requires a pick. It's not finger picked. Never had a woman, I never known a wife. My family is back in Ireland, and my friends have passed on, moved away. And I never tried to leave Boston, but I never thought I'd stay. You were just a little girl, your father by your side. With a small tin can that reflects your smiling eyes. I know your family could use the money, and I've always got a quarter to spare. 'Cause I never felt so at home as when I saw you dancing there. So won't you dance a jig for me, my young corner calling? I've got a quarter to my name, it's all I ever seem to need. Take me back home with your dance of the green. 'Cause you're the only soul who knows me, my young corner calling. I used to work the marketplace, selling fish and counting time. My hands were once as tough as the dreams caught in my eyes. Time, it's worked its magic on me, and ocean salt stained my bones. But at the end of each day, well, I don't feel so alone. So won't you dance a jig for me, my young corner calling? I've got a quarter to my name, it's all I ever seem to need. Take me back home with your dance of the green. 'Cause you're the only soul who knows me, my young corner calling. I went back late last night, same old time and place. I saw a darkened street corner in the absence of your face. I left a pool of sorrow till I felt the quarter in my hand. I placed it on the ground, and I imagined Colin's dance. So won't you dance a jig for me, my young corner calling? I've got a quarter to my name, it's all I ever seem to need. Take bring me back home with your dance of the green. 'Cause you're the only soul who knows me. You're the only soul who knows me. My young corner calling. My young corner calling me. That's fun. I like playing that song so much so I'm gonna play it again. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much, Helen. Inspired. I haven't played Inspired in a little while. This one's for Okami. Always knew I was looking, never thought I'd find what would make me whole. Never spend much time, and now there's something new I'm feeling here. Something good I wanna make it mine. She don't need to, but she still tries. I'm inspired by the look in her eyes. She don't need to, but she still tries. I'm inspired by the look in her eyes. I've always been the quiet one. There's been nothing to say. My mind keeps on racing with thoughts of her all day. Now there's something new I'm feeling here. Something good, I wanna make it stay. I don't need to hear her say it shows in so many different ways. She don't need to, but she still tries. And I'm inspired by the love in her eyes. She don't need to, but she still tries. And I'm inspired by the look in her eyes. Did that do anything? Oh, it's been a good evening, and I've had a lot of fun. I'm glad I got to do some requests as well. This morning, I'm supposed to do a 9 a.m. show as well, and I didn't do that this morning. I woke up this morning at 6 in the morning, and I wasn't feeling very super great, and I went back to sleep, and then I woke up around 10 o'clock or so, and I was like, oh, I forgot to go live. And I was like, that's okay. I'm sure everyone will understand. And but I got a lot done today. So even though I slept in a few hours later than normal, I think my body needed it because my pain level was high today. My pain level is still high, but I know I'm happy because I don't know if I mentioned I was in the hospital over the weekend, and I learned that my heart is in really good shape, which is really happy news for me because I've had heart attacks in the past. My dad died around my age and from heart, and so I get worried about a lot. And when I have all these pains up here, but if it turns out that all these pains up here are from all the injuries that I've kind of suffered throughout my life, my scapula, my ribs, my stents, and all these things, they get inflamed sometimes and they cause a lot of pain. And so it's really good to know, and I don't need to get so anxious when I get these pains. So I'm in pain now, but I don't have the anxiety of life-ending mortality type of stuff, you know. So I'm not so upset about the pain that I'm in today. And my mood has been pretty good. I'm thinking about doing some drawing, and I was also want to work on those t-shirts. kevgmoreshop.com. I'll put it in chat. But www kevgmoreshop.com. And I'm going to click it and see if it takes me to the right place. Can I do that? No, it won't let me. Never mind. Yeah, but right now, like I said, the shirts are only available in maroon. I say if you go back there by next week, there'll be a lot of selections of things, and I'm gonna order some. So, and I love to hear anybody's ideas. You can always shoot me a message on Patreon. You can instant message me there on Patreon if you're trying to get in touch with me. And Patreon is free. You don't have to pay anything. Just sign up and then you can shoot me an instant message. I also see, if you message me on Instagram, I often see those really quick. I don't see Facebook messages very quickly. I know that I do message with Megan. I message with you on Facebook, but I only check Facebook once a day. I sometimes get triggered on Facebook, so I don't go on it very often because I see things from people that trigger me. So I often stay away from Facebook. But Instagram, I always have it on my phone. I get notifications, just like I got the notification of Patrick following me. So thanks, everybody. Unless there's any last minute requests, I have one. You do? Yeah. What is it? Could you play Fish for Two? Yes, I can. All right, great. Sun came shining through my dark clouds today. Sun came shining through. Hope she got plans to stay. Gonna make it through my day. Find my way to you. And we can end our day with fish for two. Ain't nothing on my mind but to head to the fishing hole. Ain't nothing slowing me down but my dog and fishing pole. The catfish are calling. I got one for me and you, and we can end our day with fish for two. Tonight, tonight, it's all about me and you. Tonight, tonight, I put on on my fine hat and shoes, and we dance under the stars. Our feet know the tune, and we can end our day with fish for two. Tonight, it's all about me and you. Tonight, I put on my fine hat and shoes, and we'll dance under the stars. Our feet know the tune, and we can end our day with fish for two. The sun came shining through my dark clouds today. Sun came shining through. Hope she got plans to stay. I'm gonna make it through my day. Find my way to you, and we can end our day with fish for two. And we can end our day with fish for two. Such a happy little song. It's always good, even in the darkest moments. It's always nice to write a happy little song, you know? It's fun. It's just something fun to do. Just like, even if you're drawing lots of really hard stuff, it's nice to just draw a happy little picture once in a while too. So I hope you all had fun. I had a lot of fun. I always have fun when I go live. That's why I go live. I love to have our community connect with each other, and I like to connect with you guys. There's such great support for me. Keeps me motivated. And I am vlogging this week, so hopefully next week there'll be a new vlog, unless I decide to vlog for 2 weeks. Yes, Helen, I will look after myself. Much love to you as well. I did play a lot of songs in the beginning, and I was in tune, so if you watch it later, you know. All right, I think that's it. I think I'm just gonna go off and have some dinner, and I hope you all have a wonderful night. And I'm really looking forward to the next time I get to stream. And you know, to be honest, it's probably gonna be tomorrow. So I would love to know what times work best for everybody. I'm doing 9 a.m. and then 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but if there's a better time that works for people. But I really enjoy this. It's the highlight of my day. So thank you so much, and I'll see y'all later. Bye. Oh, I hope you didn't feel like I pressured you in any negative way. Not at all, Helen. No. I'd like to be in tune, and I like to be able to play with other people. It makes me feel good. So no pressure whatsoever. I have never felt any. Okay, bye.